So let's continue on here. This has always bothered me. This here. This has always fucking bothered me. Okay? And I'll tell you what it means. So, the Yellow Book. A story by Samuel Aun Weor. Which, I caught that immediately. Here's all of this bullshit about the Kundalini. This bullshit again. All this crap is called tantric sex magic. Okay? Well, I'll explain that more in depth, but this guy's name is a joke. This is why you have to read to learn things. So let me clear all of this out of here. From 1959, by the way. Gordon, shut up. You don't know. Okay, so what's with the two fingers? The Kundalini is a magnetic center located 2 fingers above your asshole and 2 fingers below your nutsack or your pussy. Center between the anus and the genitals. Okay? Yeah. So you better figure out this isn't the dude that you're talking about. We're talking about a guy whose name that rhymes with this. Okay? This, for the uneducated, which is most of the world, Samuel Aun Weor. Samuel was a biblical bad guy. Okay? You can go read about him yourself. Aeon is what? Aeons are the best type of people. Okay? They are usually rounders. A rounder is a slang word for a fucking fag. Okay? And this is the best part right here. His last name is Weor. Weor. Isn't it interesting? Weor. What happens if we take the W away? What do we get? We get Eeyore. Okay, so just remember that name. Eeyore. But for right now, who is Weor? Because it rhymes with this. Belpior. So you got Samuel, who's a bad guy, fruitcake rounder, whose name rhymes with Weor. So just to be fair, I found some writing about this guy, and it was in Spanish. Okay? And here it is here. I understand Spanish, and I can speak some of it, but I once I saw this name down here, and so the correlation between the two is he just changed the word. He just changed the word here. Here it is in Spanish. Right here. Samuel A. Weor, Lo, whatever. They have called Samuel the appropriateness, if in other words, would have been worse. In other words, if he would have written out his name correctly, it would have been worse because it would have been Samuel the homosexual Peor, or butt fucker. Now, here we go. Here's the reason for the 2 fingers. It's because them's the 2 fingers that locate the exact position between your nutsack and your asshole, or your pussy and your asshole. Do you understand? What does this have to do with anything that they taught you? Oh, is he really a redhead, or only his hairstylist knows for sure? Okay, so that's why they give him the red hair. This is not the dude you think it is. But let's get back to this. So we've got the W, which is the seal. Okay, follow with me. I have to keep moving this stupid thing over. Here's the dude himself. Here he is. Samuel Aun Weor. Hey, what's this? Looks like he subscribes to the same group all these other motherfuckers do. Right? And what's this? What's this? What's that? That's the finger that goes up the ass, isn't it? But I'm not done. Wait. Wait. Why don't you just put this on his forehead? You got this fucking mark. When we look at the word Peor, or Belpeor, the worshipping of the asshole, isn't it funny that Winnie the Pooh, which poo is another word for shit, his friend is Eeyore, which rhymes with Peor, and he just happens to be a donkey, which is also known as an ass. And let's see the description. Eeyore is a character of Winnie the Pooh. He is generally characterized, now this is the whole Saturnian thing, a pessimistic, gloomy, depressed, and hedonic, old gray, stuffed donkey who is a friend of the character Winnie the Pooh. So that is all the Saturnian description about what this dark Saturn thing is. Funny how they tie this all together and they pervert everything. They pervert everything. This dude who writes a book, that ain't his real name. That's a verb. It's what he is. He's a homosexual buttfucker that wrote a book on fucking demonic activation of your spine. He gave a seal of approval by sticking his stinky fucking finger out for you. Alex Jones does the same thing. People at football games wearing that big finger and waving it back and forth are doing the same thing. Ever heard the phrase, you got your thumb up your ass? That's the thumb. Remember, when you're hitchhiking, why do you put your thumb out? Because you're thumbing a ride. But thumbing, remember what thumbing is? Thumbing a ride. Saturn is thumbing. Interesting stuff, huh? Funny how all of this stuff just all links together. Yeah, hang on, there's more. This is this Hindu Kundalini, fucking Hebrew, whatever the bullshit is. But I wanted to show you two very important things because the colors will bear it out. This is supposedly your spine. This is your Kundalini. See the serpent rising up? And then when it gets into your fucking head, there's a big explosion. Okay? I want you to look at this. Well, what have you really got there? Well, what you really have got there is this. A 3 and a 3. There's your 33. And the colors, the yellow and the purple, bear it out. So, what can I tell you? They're all into it. They're all doing it. It's a big club. If fucking having some dude stick his wang up your ass is the way to heaven, I'm gonna stay right here. I ain't doing it. Because I don't believe that's the truth. And if you go back into the Garden of Eden, here's the serpent. Right? The serpent's the one that said, oh, well, try this. Right? And so look what you got. Interesting stuff. We wound up in a really good place, right? No. So again, I'd like to thank YouTube for absolutely nothing. It's done nothing to help anybody out. The truth lies in an area that's so fucking perverted and weird and removed from fucking most people's minds that they would never even venture into that area. We shall continue with our studies later. That's it for this video.